Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be looking at a Sandaconda deck. Now this Sandaconda has been out for a pretty long time. It came out in battle style, so it has been out pretty much since the beginning of the year. I haven't done a video on it yet, but this deck is super fun. If you have the cards for this, it's super duper cheap. So if you have the cards for this, I would 100% recommend trying to build this deck because it is super duper fun. But basically the entire idea of the deck is, of course, use a Sandaconda with Big Sand Cannon that for a single fighting energy, you discard the top 6 cards of your deck, and it does 60 damage for each fighting energy you discard. So we play a lot of fighting energy. We play 29 fighting energy. That's almost half of the entire deck is just fighting energy. And we play some ways to get fighting energy back. We play 4 Energy Recycler, which shuffles 5 basic energy cards back into the deck, and 4 Ordinary Rod that can shuffle 2 Pokemon and 2 energy back in the deck. So we have a lot of ways to get energy back in the deck. We also play 4 copies of Evolution Incense and 3 copies of Level Ball, and that's literally basically it is all the items that we have in the list. We're also running 3 copies of Gossifleur, because Call for Family can be nice if you go second, and just for if your Sandaconda gets knocked out, you don't have another Sandaconda to respond. You can just go Gossifleur for a turn, get some more Sandacondas out, or what is this? Silicobras out for the following turn. Supporters, we only have 5. We have 2 Research, 2 Marketing, and 1 Boss. It's felt fine. And then, of course, the 29 Energy. This deck is super duper fun. Of course, probably not going to be seeing competitive success anytime soon, but it's definitely a ton of fun to go and play on the ladder. So we're going to go ahead and here's Sandaconda and build or play some ladder games with the Sandaconda deck. Now we are up against a Darkness deck box. Could mean Eternatus, which is obviously a really good matchup, and they do have a Eternatus coin, but Eternatus is a great matchup because of weakness. We also could be up against Single Strike. It's also a pretty good matchup because they're a pretty linear deck trying to hit the active most of the time, and we do win the coin flip, so we're going to be going first here. Alright, so yeah, so we are going to mulligan. A lot of the time we are going to have a ridiculous amount of fighting energies in our hand, so that is something you're going to have to accept, and sometimes you will just get some not really just horrible hands. Now this hand is pretty good. We have draw supporters and an energy and a level ball, so this hand really solid actually. And we're up against maybe a Weezing deck, and that's fine because we play 0 abilities in the first place, and they are going to have a pretty hard time just KOing our Sandaconda. We're just going to go for a Silicobra. We did probably 2 Gossifleurs, which is something to note. Now we did actually, I just realized we did top deck level ball, which we can go for yet another Silicobra here. Oh no, that's not a Silicobra. We can go for another Silicobra. It's actually active and pass. Now Sand Attack is actually really good. It can force your opponent to flip a coin, and if they do not have a really big hand, this can buy you just the amount of time you need to get that final Sandaconda attack. Sometimes your hand is going to be dead, and they do drop a Gallant Mine, which we literally played 0 switches or air balloons, so that's probably not going to be too much effect unless we really have to manually retreat our Silicobra into Gossifleur at some point. But I don't imagine this can happen. We are going to get Marnied, which really sucks because this hand was really good actually. You can just find another Sandaconda and an energy, which we're probably definitely going to find here. Then we're going to be chilling. Yep. So we do have the Evolution Essence and then 3 more fighting energies. Quick Ball, discarding another Quick Ball, getting their 3rd Crobat down. And yeah, just going to Ascension into Weezing, which I do believe is weak to fighting as well. Yep, not Grass. We do top deck a Marnie, which is really good here. I'm just going to play this, grab out Sandaconda, and I'm going to play the Marnie because if we find any more Evolution Incenses, we do want to be able to thin Sandacondas out of the deck so we don't have to discard them and use Ordinary Rods to get them back. So yeah, I'm going to play the Marnie. We only have to discard at least 2 fighting energies here. We don't get anything, but we do get a decent amount of ways to get back some energy as well. So we're just going to Big Sand Cannon here. If we can hit 2 energies, then they are going to get knocked out, and we did discard a Research, another Evolution Incense, and an Ordinary Rod though. So we did discard some pretty good cards, but we did get the KO on the other hand. We did get another level ball at the prizes, and they now have no attacker in play. We could be playing Crobat VMAX. Just realized that. That actually might be the deck that they're playing. Crobat VMAX Toxicroak. Still a fine matchup. They only hit for 70, except with all the more poison abilities that they're collecting up here, they're going to be able to do a lot of damage with that Crobat VMAX. And yeah, they're just going to evolve after research and then pass. We do find another Marnie. That's really, really good. Looking to see if we do we have any Pokemon or discard pile. Get Ordinary Rod. We don't. I'm just going to go ahead and grab out this Silicobra. Not going to play the Ordinary Rod or the Energy Cycler. Really no reason to do that. I'm just going to play another Marnie. So we've been getting really lucky with supporter draws here. And we do find another Evolution Incense. Another Sandaconda, some energies, of course, and Ordinary Rods. This hand is, once again, pretty good here. Grabbing out the Sandaconda. We only have one more in the deck. I'm just going to evolve this. And then, big Sand Cannon. We just need to discard one Fighting Energy here. And there it is. Looks like we did get the 6 energy, 720 damage. With Sandaconda, we discarded 6 energy. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. So they do promote their Crobat VMAX and are going to play a Piers here. Now we are going to actually have a pretty hard time knocking this Crobat VMAX out because it just moves to the bench. So that's going to be pretty annoying, honestly, but if we can find our one copy of Boss's Orders without discarding it with, of course, our big Sand Cannon, then that's going to be kind of annoying. So we do get poisoned, but we are actually 10 damage away of not being knocked out by this poison damage, which is really great. And we do, of course, get another Fighting Energy, so we discard a Sandaconda. No, we discarded 6 energy that time. I'm just going to attach, and then just big Sand Cannon. We just need one with the KO, and yeah, there's, oh wow, we did discard 2 Energy Cycler and an Ordinary Rod, though, which is pretty unfortunate, to be honest. And we are going to get killed by poison here. I think I am going to go into the Silicobra because we don't have, no wait, no, they have Galar Mine in place, so they could just, I don't know, what do I really want to go into here? They could just knock out my Silicobra. Do I really mind them doing that? I mean, could you just go into Gossifleur? And realistically, how many switch outs are they going to play in the deck? They'll probably play 4 Hiding Dark. I think I'm just going to go into this here. Because they can't one-hit KO it. There's the second Crobat VMAX. So it could flip-flop between the two if they wanted, but I didn't see any reason why they would want to, honestly. Yeah, just going to get another Stealth Poison. Hitting for 70 and poisoning for 5 damage counters. Now, if we don't find a what's it called? If we don't find another Sandaconda quickly, we're going to be in a pretty tough spot. Might have to get some sand attacks in there. I'm going to put a 1/1 Sandaconda line back into the deck. And then, of course, do energy as well. For sure, almost their entire deck is weak to fighting. Looks like I'm just going to bench this Gossifleur attached and a big Sand Cannon. Hopefully, we discard a Sandaconda and our boss, which sucks. Now we're down 3 Energy Recycler. Yeah, this is, as long as we can manage something, we'd be in a pretty okay spot. We do get knocked out by that poison damage. Now, actually, only having 6 poison. What do I want to put up here? I think I'm just gonna put up this. No, I mean they're just gonna knock it out. So I'm just gonna sacrifice this Gossifleur, let them have that, and I think we could just. I mean, oh, okay. So there's the boss. Well, I think if they go into anything except this, then we could just stick this in the active spot, honestly. And if we do KO this, then they are gonna have a pretty hard time when it going. They are down 3 hiding dart. They could have a pretty hard time knocking out our what's it called? Okay, so we do top deck an evolution instance, and that is a extremely good top deck. Probably just going to be the game because we're getting rid of their more poison, which means they only take 10 damage from poison now, and that max cutter, and they just really don't have anything else on their bench. So might just be checkmate. In hindsight, should have touched this here because they could actually trap that in the active of the boss. That's actually kind of scary. And we looks like we are getting pretty low on our deck, so we're gonna need to find something. Boss stall could actually be really good. Yeah, we're down all our energy recovery. How many energies are we actually down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like, I think if they go into, oh no, they can just max cutter. I'm so stupid. Okay, so that is probably just gonna be the game. Unfortunately, oh, actually, maybe not. As long as we don't draw some of our fighting energies, this might not be the game. And I think we can just check our deck here with Call for Family. Oh, dude. Okay. Actually, we actually don't have to put that down here. Just gonna Call for Family for nothing, and then hope they just KO this. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see what they're gonna do. They have a boss. This game is 100% over. There's just nothing we can do anymore. Yes, they have a boss, so that's just gonna be game over. I'm gonna scoop this up, and that was pretty unfortunate. We definitely had a decent shot there as long as my opponent didn't have those bosses orders when they had them. But oh well. Still a pretty solid game, I think, though. So let's see what we hit in the next match. Hopefully we can get a win with our Sandaconda deck. All right, let's see. Against Draken X99. And yeah, so we are going to be choosing to go first here, obviously, because we are an evolution deck. Sometimes going first can backfire if we do get a pretty bad hand. But this hand isn't too bad. We have draw support, a couple evolution incense. I think honestly we're just attaching a Gossifleur pass. Hopefully they don't want just get a knockout on our Gossifleur, and we're gonna go in with Call for Family next turn. So yeah, I think that's what we're doing here. So my deck my opponent is playing. So they're playing probably Corviknight. So I think I'm just gonna attach the Gossifleur and pass here. Yep, so they're attaching to their Bronzor as well. And good morning. So as long as we can get like some Sandacondas, we're gonna be in a pretty fine spot, honestly. At the same time, we also could draw just 4 fighting energies, which we don't. We do find ourselves on Marnie, so that's gonna be pretty good. Only thing we don't have is like level ball to like shuffle the deck, so we can get those Sandaconda and Evolution Instants back in the middle of the deck instead of on the very bottom. And they are just going for a quick ball for a Crobat as well. They do bench a Scissor V. I mean, they could just take less damage from attacks, and that could be pretty annoying. But Scissor, we're just probably too shy in that no matter what. And yeah, so they're just going to Metal Saucer and then Intrepid Sword. So, are they getting any Metal Energy off of Intrepid Sword? They are pausing, so I think they did. No, they actually didn't. Okay. Maybe they got Metal Energies and we're debating to attach them or not. I'm just going to Marnie this hand away because we want to save our attachment for turn. And let's see what we get here. Okay, pretty decent. We do get ourselves Silicon level ball, but the only thing we don't have is some Sandacondas. So I'm just going to do this and then level ball within the deck. We have, okay, so we have our other 3 or Silicobras in the deck. I'm just going to bench this and then Call for Family and get out 3 Silicobras. Hopefully, this Marnie that I just played puts my opponent in a pretty tough spot. Because we really need the time right here because our hand is really good, really not good. It's just 3 fighting energies. Okay, there's the Bronzong. So they can metal transfer these energies, and they do get to have a metal energy in their hand, able to be able to tag with Zacian, but looks like they're metal transferring over onto the Scizor. And they have the attachment for turn. This thing does 130, right? I can't see. 140, okay. So they are going to play this morning here, which is really good because our hand was absolutely horrible. This hand is definitely better. We do have a response to this Scizor, and they're benching another one. So as long as we can get some, we need to get 4 energy off this big sand cannon, and we do get the 1 KO on the Scizor, removing all their energies in play as well. So if we get the KO here, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Putting up the Silicobra. And, okay, level ball, probably not. Yeah, I think I'm just going to save that. So, in the following turn, I can go Ordinary Rod, put it back to Silicobra, and then level ball for that. And then I'm just going to Big Sand Cannon, save this Ordinary Rod. Do we get 4 energies? We don't. We only get 1. Oh my gosh, we discarded a ton of really bad stuff there. Oh, that was horrible. Now, this game might also just be over. Because we didn't get any. We only got 1 energy off that Big Sand Cannon. And this, okay, so this Assassin Claw does 140, which does want to KO us. And I think I am just going to go for the Silicobra. Force them to coin flip for an attack. Yeah, so I'm just going to go here. Ordinary Rod. We could just, might as well just do both. Get back a 1-1 line of the Sandaconda. And then 2 fighting energy. Gonna level ball. Get out that Silicobra. We just put back in the deck, and now I'm just gonna Sand attack. And hopefully they don't have energies in hand. Switch out, stuff like that. Kind of a stretch, but at the very least, they're probably just going to go and triple sword here. They just don't have anything at all. They're going to take a couple prize cards. Okay, there's Crystal Cage, so they can start healing off the Scizor. We still can knock it out just with 3 energies because 180 plus 30 is 210. And they're pausing for a while. They might not have anything in their hand. And there's Metal Transfer. Do they have the cards in their hand that they're going to need? They're putting it on the other Scizor. They're manually retreating. Looks like they do have the other metal energy in their hand. Yeah, so Metal Saucer is going to do it. Now, if we don't top deck anything here, once again, this game's probably going to be over. Yeah, so there's just Slashing Claw, dealing 140. Putting up the Silicobra, once again, and Ordinary Rod, that's not going to do it. Not going to play it, just going to Sand attack again. And hopefully we top deck something next turn, and they don't have, anything. So they do fully heal off that Scizor, didn't take much to Crystal Cave, and they are going to have to flip. They get Tails, which is great for us. We just get into the energy, which is not great for us. And gonna Sand attack. Let's see. They do evolve into Scizor VMAX, which does remove the effect, and I just don't know if there's any way we can just come back from this. And they're just gonna Heart Scissors. And we're just going with our okay, yeah, so we don't get anything, and I'm just gonna concede this. This game is no bueno. Okay, so hopefully we can get another game, and hopefully we can win this game. So we are gonna go first. Obviously, since we do win the coin flip, we're up against Gino 993993, and our hand has energy. Energy cycler. This hand is honestly really bad. Obviously, unless we top deck something. Pretty. I found myself saying that so much in this video. And we do top deck level ball, which isn't great, but can save this hand, I guess. I'm just gonna get a Gossifleur here, because the odds of us top decking something that's gonna let us attack are pretty low. And I'm gonna just attach here and pass. So let's see, what does my opponent have? Okay, they have a second Sobble and a Quick Ball. So probably gonna have a pretty good start here. My opponent. Okay, there's the Calyrex V and the Melanie. Okay. Okay, Water Energy. So they do get the Melanie as well. Let's skip up nets. Looks like we could just see a Pierce for 40. This is a pretty big gamble for my opponent, to be honest. We do get a Sandaconda, which we do. We do top deck that Sandaconda. I mean, if we discard a 4 energy here, we're really going to punish our opponent. We're going with this kind of random, I guess, Pierce. I guess they were really betting on us not having a good hand, and we didn't. Till we top decked that Evolution Instance. Now, Big Sand Cannon, come on, can we just get 4 energies? And we don't. It does live, but we do take a decent chunk out of its HP, hopefully setting up for a later Sandaconda. There's a Drizzle, so their hand has, cards in it. Okay, yeah, there's the VMAX. What else is my opponent going to do? Taking a while on their next actions. Okay, there's another energy. And just a minute. Probably going to max lamp just 1 energy. They're smart. And so, yep, they are. Okay. We really have to get something off this top deck. Another energy. So I'm just going to go call for family and get out some more Silicobras. Okay, so there's my other Shady Dealings. They're going to get off this, though. Okay, boss. So it looks like they're going after these Silicobras. Okay, there's the boss. And another level also a third Drizzle if they want it. Yep, looks like they are going for that. We're going to take the KO here. I think I'm just going to go into Gossifleur because I can retreat that if I do top deck anything that is going to be helpful. And okay, right of the High King. Yeah, for 100. So I'm going to go into this Gossifleur. If I can top deck something, that is definitely a top deck. Okay, we are now in the game. If I'm, I should have retreated first. That was definitely a misplay. We are in the game now. As long as we can get a KO on this Calyrex, because my opponent really didn't have anything else. They're gonna have to probably maybe just involve in some Talons and quick shooting. We're just gonna big sand cannon. Once again, if we can get 4, which we do, that VMAX is knocked out. We might actually have ourselves a game here. We do discard our boss, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And 3 prizes. Wouldn't be surprised if there's 3 energy. Let's see what we have here. And an incense. Okay, so we are definitely chilling right now. This hand is pretty decent, obviously, compared to our board state. And any other deck, this hand is horrible. Maybe Shadow Rider's hand is fine, but any other deck, pretty much, this hand is horrible. And they do have 2 quick shootings, so next turn they are going to be able to get some prize cards, potentially draw out the dead hand they might have. There's a quick ball discarding a Melanie, which is interesting, especially since they're going for a Suicune. That other card in their hand is either a Melanie or something else important. It is a research. I honestly would have probably just discarded the research, gone for the Melanie, and done some quick shootings and then pass the turn. That's honestly what I would have done, but I don't play Ice Rider that much. I only played it in like Chilling Rainman when I played the Greens version, so what do I know? They are doing some quick shootings onto the Gossifleur. Honestly, I think I would have rather seen them do them onto the Silicobra, because what are the chances I have the other evolution in my hand? Probably not that high. We do top deck, of course, yet another energy. We are just going to evolution incense for our last Sandaconda in the deck. We did discard once. We did prize one as well. Could get off the prizes here. But pretty much, since my opponent is probably attacking with the Suicune, as long as we can get 4 energies off our next big sand cannon after this one that I'm going to do right now, then the game's pretty much in our favor. And we do discard 5 energies for 300 damage. Sandaconda. This game, you can really see the power of Sandaconda. And there our third Sandaconda, or our fourth Sandaconda, because the third one is in the discard pile, that we did the prize cards. There's the Melanie, nice rainbow rare. Yep, so attaching that to the Suicune, drawing 3 cards, still fleet-footed, and okay, quick shooting, knocking out that Gossifleur definitely makes sense. And energy onto the Calyrex V, and another quick shooting, probably on the bench one there. We can see that. But let's see, if we don't get enough energy off this next big sand cannon, we do lose the game, or if we top deck something, we also, if we top deck like a way to get Silicobras the game, wait, no, we have to discard supporter, I think. Okay, man, actually just can see, we definitely did have a okay shot of winning that game. But I think that's going to do it for the video. We do have one decent game in here. The deck does lose. As you just saw, we lost 2 of 3 of those games, but it is really, really fun when just doing loads of damage with this Sandaconda. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a like if you guys want to see more videos like this. I also do like real-life deck profiles and stuff like that. And also, please do consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by Fusion Strike. I did order some Fusion Strike packs to open when I do hit that 100 subscriber milestone. So if you do want to see some packs, then go ahead and click the subscribe button. But yeah, that's the do to it. Hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys